About 40 miles south of Laibach, Ljubljana, is the 600 years old German linguistic island Gottschee, an area of about 330 square miles with 170 villages. Its beginnings go back to the year 1330, when the Counts of Ortenburg start moving settlers from their possessions in Tyrol and Carinthia into the unpopulated wilderness north of the river Kolpa. In the year 1370, the market town Gottschee is already mentioned in the old archives. In 1420 dies the last Count of Ortenburg. Gottschee comes under the rule of the Counts of Cille, and after their extinction in 1456, Gottschee County reverts to the Habsburg Emperor. In 1469, the invading Turks devastate and burn many villages and carry great numbers of the population into slavery. The market town Gottschee is totally destroyed and burned to the ground. In 1471, the town of Gottschee is rebuilt by the Emperor Frederick III, fortified with walls and towers, given city status and privileges, city seal, and a coat of arms. In the year 1480, and in the 100 years following, the countryside is invaded and devastated by Turks a dozen times. In 1641, Count Auersperg buys the county of Gottschee from Count Kiesel, and in 1667 is given the city of Gottschee by the Emperor Leopold I. In 1791, Emperor Leopold III confers on Karl Auersperg and his heirs the title of Duke of Gottschee. Under the Auerspergs, the people enjoy a period of peace and prosperity. The land is all bestowed, the population is at the highest point. In 1853, the first known Gottscheers leave for the New World in search of better working conditions, followed by ever larger numbers in the years after. By the turn of the century, many Gottschee organizations already serve the needs of the new immigrants in the area of Cleveland and New York City. Following the dismemberment of Imperial Austria after World War I, Gottschee becomes part of the newly formed Kingdom of the Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes. Politically oppressed, the Gottschee area also suffers economically. The flow of immigrants continues, most of them never to return. In mid-June to July of 1936, two priests from the parish of the Holy Trinity in Cleveland, Reverend Joseph Trapp and Reverend Joseph Koop, visit Gottschee and with a movie camera record their experiences from town to town, and upon their return show these live pictures to their parishioners in Cleveland and other Gottschee institutions in the United States. This is a video edition of the original silent film with sound and comments added to explain some of the photographic documentation. Langenthal. The township of Langenthal is a village of 64 houses, 54 occupied with 220 residents. An additional 50 live in the United States. It is part of the parish of Altlag and has a one-classroom primary school. Franz Moscher's store. Franz Moscher, innkeeper, on the left, John Moscher. The school. The church, dedicated to St. Rochus, has a richly ornamented wooden ceiling dating back to 1620. The maypole, erected by the younger generation in every village, decorated with flowers and streamers, around which folks dance on May Day. The many roadside shrines and chapels shown in these pictures demonstrate a deep religious mentality of the people, and the rustic homes tell a convincing story of love and devotion to family and homeland. Unter Warnberg, Burmpark. Father Niederschitsch. He attends to the church on the Friedensberg, where a pilgrimage is conducted twice a year. The well-known Inn Mauser. The parish church, dedicated to St. Veit, was built around 1700 and has a new organ built in 1925 by the Silesian organ builder Riga. Unter Warnberg has 38 houses, of which 28 are occupied with 110 residents. Another 15 live in the United States. The cemetery, during the dry season, drinking water has to be fetched from distant springs. the crosses were erected in 1935 by the Missionary Society in many villages across the country. Oberwarmberg is part of the township of Langenthal. It is a village of 24 houses, only 13 occupied with 60 residents, an additional dozen living in the United States. It is part of the Unterwarmberg parish, its chapel dedicated to St. Matthias. Peterspark, an old church on a mountaintop, dedicated to St. Peter. It is now part of the Seisenberg parish. On this mountaintop was located an observation tower to watch for the invading Turks and other intruders, and to send warning signals into the countryside by means of burning a large stockpile of wood, Kreitfeuer. Hof, Hammer, an ironworks was in operation here since 1796, driven by water power, and in 1836 a glassworks was added. Both works were shut down in later years. The river Gurk, Kirka, following the river on the right-hand side, leads to Einert, the residence of the Auersbergs. View from Einert towards Birkenleiten, the vineyards in the background are already worked by the neighboring Slovenes. Castle Einert, a mighty building belonging to the Auersbergs. Teplitz is located just outside of the ethnic area and is known for its hot springs. Pelland, the parish church dedicated to St. Andrew. The township of Perlandl is a village of 64 houses, 40 of which are occupied by about 180 residents. It has a single classroom elementary school. Grills Inn in Perlandl. Children at play. senior creche is offered a drink. Krapflen is part of the parish and township of Pöllandl. Czermušnitz, the township, is a parish seat, has a volunteer fire department and a 3-classroom elementary school built in 1822. Parish Church of the Assumption, the rectory on the side. Of the 29 houses in the village, 25 are occupied by 120 residents. Another 20 live in the United States. John Petschauer's Inn. Mrs. Martha Petschauer offers Monsignor Trapp refreshments. Meierle is part of the township of Döblitz and the parish of Unterdeutscha. About 100 people reside in 18 of its 45 houses. Nesseltal is a township, has a 3-classroom elementary school and a post office. The 250 residents occupy 68 of its 84 houses and 60 more live in the United States. The parish church is dedicated to St. Jacob. It was thoroughly renovated in 1935. The church is in the local cemetery dedicated to St. Anne. Tiefenräther, Tringewitz. It is part of the parish of Altlag. The village has 22 houses with 13 occupied by its 60 residents. Also 15 living in the States. The church dedicated to the Mother of God. Schüpfer is part of the township of Malgern. Of the 20 houses in the village, 11 are occupied by about 50 residents. Children walk the 2 miles to their school in Altbacher. Poverty of this kind is rarely seen. A wood-shingled roof already becoming a rarity. mother proudly displays her son's picture, a priest. View of the village. The very young must also offer a helping hand, especially during haying season. A home-brewed sample. A large family poses for a picture. Altbacher, Bachern. Altbacher is part of the township of Malgen and the parish of Altlag. The church is dedicated to St. Ursula. The one classroom elementary school was built in 1898. The 60 residents occupy 15 of the 23 houses in the village. There are many orchards nearby, and the area is known for its tasty hard cider. A load of hay is brought home. This is hard work in the uneven terrain. The hay is cut by scythe and worked and gathered by hand. Dean Ferdinand Erker discussing with Father Trapp. It takes muscle power to free the stuck limousine. Winkel, Straßle. Alois Ruppe's place, well-known skin and pelt dealer. Unterdeutschau, Arge. The parish church, dedicated to the grieving Mother of God, is a famous place of pilgrimage. A structure with 2 steeples, it is set in a domineering location overlooking the village. Of the 41 houses, 32 are occupied by 150 residents. 55 more live and work in the States. It has a 1 classroom school built in 1839. Interlock is a township. The village has 45 houses, of which 38 are occupied by its 160 residents. The single classroom school dates back to 1854. The town shepherd. The parish church, dedicated to St. Peter. Kids learn early to balance and carry a basket on their heads. Innkeeper Rupe and wife, with a reputation for excellent service, their place is a popular Sunday gathering for young and old. Grandma, Amma, on her way to fetch her milk supply, while attentively observing the events in the village. View of the village. Altlag, Loak, is a township. The village has 124 houses, 89 occupied by its 450 residents. An additional 65 live in the United States. The parish church is dedicated to St. Margaret, a chapel to the Holy Virgin. The 3-classroom elementary school dates back to 1818. On the bike, Joe Samide. School teacher Krisha Vitroda. Station house of the local volunteer fire brigade. All fire brigades in Gottschee are made up by volunteers, organized and sponsored by the individual villages. They do not receive any public support. Postmaster Jacob Gladic with his family. Samida's Inn and Distillery. Shopkeeper Henningman and Town Secretary Jaklic. Obviously visitors from the States. The crowd gathers for the Sunday Mass. Father Josef Eppich from Mitteldorf. On the left, Father Trapp and the schoolteacher. Next is Father Krisch and the Dean Ferdinand Erker. Father Koop at the church in Altlag. Father Koop, Trapp, and Dean Erker. Procession begins. Many of the women wearing the traditional headcloth, the festive hidele. A christening. Hopper Inn. Neulag, Jure. It's a village of 28 houses, of which 15 are occupied by 70 residents. Additional 25 live and work in the States. It is part of the Altlag township. Father Krish trying his luck at bowling. Also Father Trapp doing a little better. Wayside Cross. Again, a consultation with Father Krish. A young man ready to be drafted. It's Walter Herbst. The Herbst family. In the background, a peddler, Dalmatino, offering the many specialties like mouth organs, pocket knives, combs, mirrors, and a variety of sweets. Setting up the chapel. Gottschee, Stadt. In the background, the imposing municipal forest, the Burgernock. The city of Gottschee, with its beautiful church, schools, stores, factories and inns. The newly built parish church was dedicated to St. Fabian and Sebastian in July 1903. The church was designed by the famous Viennese architect Friedrich Baron von Schmidt. The edifice, with its 3 naves, is done in the neo-Roman style, and the gorgeous facade of the double bell towers governs the view of the city. The church organ was built in 1929, is one of the largest in Yugoslavia. The coal mine. The textile factory produces blue-dyed cloth and thread. The railroad station. This branch was built in 1893. The bridge crossing the Ringse by the church. The Ringse flows from Mooswald to near the village of Mösel, where it goes underground for 12 miles to discharge into the Kulpa. Jules Stanic, other well-known businesses, Heinrich Petsche, Bayer's Chinkels Inn. Parade of the brass band. The textiles factory. The Salzipf, one of the older sections of the city with its allotment gardens of the townspeople living nearby. The city has a 5-classroom high school, a 12-classroom elementary school, an orphanage with a 4-classroom elementary school, an 1-classroom Marienheim school for girls, a home for the blind with a 3-classroom elementary school in the former technical school for woodworking and carving, which was founded in 1882 and in 1918 seized and dissolved by the new administration. Within the city there are the following chapels: the Holy Cross Chapel in the main cemetery, of the Immaculate Conception in the Marienheim, and one dedicated to St. Francis Xavier on the southern end of the city. Dr. Walter Henningmann, the young Walter Schleimer from the Hotel Triest, behind the Master Taylor Kriege, the Hotel Triest. Grübers Inn, Hennigmann. On the right, Lawyer Sayewitz. Angela Wolf and her produce stand. The sexton of the parish church. The main square, Hennigmann store. The rush is on for the 10 o'clock Mass. Rome's bookstore. The main square, at the end, the Auersberg Castle, where the town hall is located and other municipal offices. Anna Kloon, Marie Lackner from Lienfeld. Alois Pele with a group of his friends from Lienfeld. The Schleimer boys, Arthur and Walter from the Hotel Triest. Farmers Market in Gottschee near the movie house. Teacher Reininger and Mr. Crocker. The Lauschmann Inn, across the street from the railroad station. Innkeeper and his wife. Another innkeeper, the Kravietin. Again, Sixten Reimann with his family in front of the parish church. Mr. Schleimer, owner of the Hotel Triest, where the large banquets and festivities take place. Mooswald, Mosbold, a funeral procession. Mooswald is part of the parish and municipality of Gottschee. From its 50 houses, there are 43 occupied by 180 residents. An additional 26 live in the estates. Here in Mooswald was the first pastoral office in the Gottschee settlement, the St. Bartholomew Chapel, mentioned in the archives in 1339. In the year 1363, this chapel was enlarged to a church and is from there on called Church in Gottschee. Father Trapp and Dean Erker. Meusel. The township Meusel serves 14 nearby villages. The parish church is dedicated to St. Leonard and a chapel, the Sacred Blood. The three-classroom elementary school was founded in 1820. The rectory and the schoolhouse. The village of Meusel has 88 houses, of which 70 are occupied by 250 residents. Innkeeper Mrs. Jonke. Zele. The township Zele is part of the Gottschee parish, the church dedicated to St. Laurent. The village has 82 houses, 67 occupied by 250 residents. Another 72 reside in estates. Schalkendorf is part of the Zele township and Gottschee parish. The church is dedicated to St. Prochus. The village has 170 houses, 96 being occupied by 300 residents. An additional 100 live in estates. Innkeeper Jonke, Merch, which is daughter Paula. Mitteldorf, one of the oldest villages with its equally old church on the Assumption. The church and the town has a 5-classroom elementary school built in 1819. Of its 47 houses, 40 are occupied by 170 residents, another 40 live in estates. In the background, the Burganok. The local railroad station. Monsignor Josef Eppich and Father Kreiner. The Bausche family. Chinkels Bike Store. The rectory. Village fountain, a favorite gathering place. Church of the Assumption. schoolteacher Primus with the Pauschi boys. Arnold on the far left. Volunteer fire station. Oberluschin, a church dedicated to St. Peter and Paul. Oberluschin is in the parish and township of Mitterdorf. From its 31 houses are 26 occupied by 100 residents. Another 22 live in the States. Kövlare, Mrs. Pogorelz, the cemetery of Mitterdorf, located along the road leading to Hoheneck. Koflen is part of the parish and township Mitterdorf. The church is dedicated to St. Stephen. The village has 54 houses, 51 occupied by its 200 residents. 35 more live in the States. Kletsch. The church is dedicated to St. Andrew. Moist hay has to be spread again for drying. Kletsch is part of the parish and municipality Altlach. The village has 22 houses, 16 occupied by 81 residents, and 10 more living in the States. Oats are bundled into sheaves, brought home and in a sheltered location stacked for drying, then threshed with a flail. Reaping the oats with a sickle is back-breaking labor. Maugrare. The township of Margan is within the parish of Mitterdorf. Its church dedicated to St. Nicholas. From the 57 houses in the village, 47 are occupied by 200 residents and 20 more live in estates. View of the church beyond the Burgernock. Sexton of Margan. The cemetery. Firehouse. Kuckendorf. Dean Ferdinand Erker chatting with the villagers. Kuckendorf is within the township and parish of Ebenthal. The church is dedicated to St. Anthony of Padua. The village has 24 houses, 16 occupied with 71 residents, additional 15 in the United States. Ebenthal. The parish church dedicated to St. Michael. Father Josef Kreiner. Group of visiting priests. Kup, Oblak, Kreiner, Eppich, Trapp, and Dean Erker. The village has 38 houses, 34 occupied, 150 residents at home and 40 in the United States, and one classroom elementary school founded in 1863. The villagers maintain a nice promenade of ornamental trees. Tiefenthal is within the township and parish of Ebenthal. The church is dedicated to St. Mary in the Snow. There are 23 houses in the village, 12 occupied by 54 residents. 15 more live in the United States. Rieke, Maria Rogelevit family. The town has 106 houses, 81 occupied by its 300 residents. Again, another 65 live in the States. The parish church is dedicated to St. John the Baptist. The three-classroom elementary school was built in 1829. A chapel dedicated to St. Francis Xavier. Father Joseph Kraker at the rectory. With mill owner Voldin. In a conflagration on June the 9th, 1929, the whole village was destroyed. It is seen here in its rebuilt condition. The parish church, with all the church books, was also consumed by the flames about 100 years ago. Hotel Meditz, the Meditz family, Grubash. Father Gliebe, Kraker, Erker, and Trapp. Again, Trapp, Krisch, Eppich. View of the town. Father Eppich, Innkeeper Braune, a grill party in full swing. Father Gliebe, Trapp, Hotel Keeper Meditz, and Father Kraker. Get the Nitz, get Nitze. Father Joseph Gliebe, Mr. and Mrs. Chepin from the Kaltenbrunn sawmill. Part of the town viewed towards Mazen. The parish church dedicated to St. Oswald is one of the very old ones in the country. The second church is dedicated to St. Leonard and a chapel to St. Margaret. Getnitz has 108 houses, 86 being occupied by 300 residents. Additional 70 live in the States. Michic Inn, Father Gliebe, Richard Mikic on the right, Kaltenbrunn. Kaltenbrunn is within the township of Göttenitz. The sawmill operates since 1871. Forester's house and cabins for the sawmill workers. Mazare. Mazen is part of the township of Niederdorf, Reifnitz. The parish church is dedicated to St. Primus and Felician. The Jaklic Inn, Cinkel, Schaffer, Michic, Jaklic children, the firehouse, schoolyard, the village square with the old linden tree. The one classroom elementary school was founded in 1883. Mazen has 65 houses, 55 occupied by 200 residents and another 50 living in the United States. Laibach, Ljubljana, is the capital of the northernmost province of Yugoslavia, the Drava Banat, of which the county of Gottschee is part of. The political, religious, and economic institutions of this city extensively control the situation in Gottschee.